Hey guys, this is Comic Book Dad coming at you guys again. This time it's a little different. Normally it's about a movie, an action adventure movie in particular that I liked, something that I recommend to you action adventure guys, comic book guys. But it's a little different today. I own a 2001 Outback, Subaru Outback. And they always have problems on the head gasket, the 4 cylinders. And I bought this car like 3 years ago. And it really is it's okay. It's holding up well. I can't really complain about the Outback, except for the head gasket's leaking oil. And it's leaking tons of oil. Now, I love my movies. I adore my movie room. I love my house. I like my job. Everything's good. What I can't stand are vehicles. I hate cars. I hate motorcycles. I hate anything with an engine. I can't stand it. I would rather walk everywhere. I'd rather take my bicycle everywhere. I can't stand having to maintain vehicles that I absolutely hate, and I hate pretty much all vehicles. So here's a problem. The oil's leaking out. It's going like mad, and it's sounding absolutely terrible. It's definitely on its last legs. I get an oil change. They forget to tighten up 2 bolts. So my oil's even leaking out more than it normally does. So I take it to a local place that gets oil, because now my car's even sounding worse. I go back. They fix the problem. They tighten up the bolts. They refill it with oil. But now the car is sounding worse than it's ever sounded before. My engine just sounds like it's really terrible. So I assume I overfilled it. I checked the fill mark. It seems to be on the right spot, but once again, it doesn't sound like it did a couple days before my oil change. So I thought I messed up something. I put in like a thicker additive. That doesn't do anything. Nothing seems to work at all. So I'm pretty much at the end of my rope with this car. So I take it to the local oil place. They check it out. They tell me I do not need to change my oil. It most likely is something with the engine. So I do some research on the internet, and I find out this guy does a video on all these different oil protectants. And he does a video on this Dura Lube engine treatment. So the question is, does it work? Let me tell you something. I can tell you 100% guaranteed it works. 100%. My car went from sounding like as it's driving down the street, no lie, to after I put in the Dura Lube, it sounded a lot better to the mechanic right away, because he didn't even know if it worked or not. And right away it sounded better. I just substituted 1 pint, I guess it is, of the oil of 1 quart for the 4 quarts they recommend. And when I substituted that, what it recommends on there, by an hour from then, it sounded perfect. This morning, I actually started up the car, and it sounded fantastic. Here's the problem, though, with it, is I can only guarantee that it works. Well, can't guarantee it works, but I can only recommend this Dura Lube for an engine like mine that's on its way out. The guy told me, he said, it's not the oil that's the problem. It's your engine. Your engine is actually dying. He said that's why it sounds so bad. Well, when I put the Dura Lube in, Dura Lube is supposed to protect the, it says it protects the metal. It treats the metal. It doesn't treat the oil. So the guy in the video, he did all these testings, and he said Dura Lube actually, he could not stop it with vice grips and everything else. He could not stop the Dura Lube because it was lubricating it so well. So I recommend it 100%. If you want somebody who used Dura Lube, who went down to their local mechanic shop to buy this, or car part, whatever you want to call it. Like I told you, I don't really like vehicles. So I got this Dura Lube. It does work, but once again, I can only recommend it if your engine's on its last legs. If you buy a brand new car and you hear clanking or something, you put the Dura Lube in, who knows, you may not hear any problem at all, because it's a newer car, newer engine. So if you have a problem, it's probably obviously something else. But if you got an old piece of crap like I do, try Dura Lube. I believe it does work, because I am first-hand account that it definitely works. If you like what I mentioned, write a review down there at the bottom. Subscribe to my channel for movies. This is just talking a little bit about helping out Dura Lube there with how good it did on my car. So if you have a problem, a nasty car that's all over the place, I definitely recommend Dura Lube 100%. Let me know what you thought on the bottom. Subscribe to my channel for movies. I watch a movie almost every night in my movie room. I'm always recommending movies. All right. Talk to you guys soon.